Hi, Shalom, his brother Yashima Zakar from the Israelite Times Report, IsraeliteTimes.com. Upon my watch, all praises are definitely due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. Now, I'm old enough to remember a time when people would laugh and scoff at you if you said America would be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. But now we're in that time when they actually, I remember in New York, they were talking about bug out bags, and actually in Colorado as well, I believe. So we're living in prophetic times, and this is from Reuters, and I know a lot of brothers already got this, but I'm going to get it. NATO to hold biggest drill since Cold War with 90,000 troops. And they're holding this exercise. And if you ever been in the military, you know, whenever they hold an exercise this large, they're not doing it for nothing. They're getting ready for something. Okay. So we're entering the part where this is no longer political theater and this is getting serious. All of the tough talk between the U.S. and Russia kind of reminds me of two crews. I actually seen this in real life real quick. I grew up in PG County, Maryland, and when I went to high school, there was these two neighborhoods that had been beefing with each other. And I remember that school year, they had been talking shit back and forth. Like these two crews, they were running to each other in the hallway. And they would get into little skirmishes, but it would never really, like, it would die down. Like they would talk shit, but then it would die down. And then one day, I'll never forget this. They had enough of each other. They got tired of the talk. And I was sitting in the cafeteria, and I didn't even know it was about to go down that day. I was sitting with my girl, my girlfriend at the time, who happened to be from one of those neighborhoods. And we didn't get the memo. We didn't get the message somehow that this thing was about to go down. So we sitting there, and I'm playing around with her. I'm picking on her because, I'm a jokester like that. And the next thing I know, I see one dude walk up, and I didn't see the dudes behind me, but I saw one dude walk up, and he said, "What's up now, nigga?" And I turned around, I was like, "Yo," and I saw these dudes behind me, and the dude that was in front of me, next thing you know, there was like a whole crew with him. Like he was by himself, and then next thing you know, his whole crew was with him. And they just went in. I'm talking about, that was the biggest fight I'd ever seen at school. Like ever. Like it got so PG County came up there, and them niggas was fighting PG County police. They did not care. Like it was like they had enough of each other. Niggas was literally getting thrown on the tables and all. Like I seen niggas get body slammed on the floor. Like that type. It was shit flying everywhere. Like it was like a scene out of a movie. They had enough. This is where we are with the U.S. and Russia. And I believe Iran as well. They've had enough of each other. Russia's had enough of NATO pushing and trying to push through Ukraine, trying to go through Poland. They've had enough. And now NATO is saying that they've had enough as well because Russia won't bow down. At some point, you're either going to have to shit or get off the toilet. And that's where we are right now. Okay? Now, you know that over the past couple of years, since the war with Russia and Ukraine has went down, the U.S. has been making threats. Russia made threats back to them. NATO has been talking shit. They've been going back and forth. But at some point, it's got to hit the fan. You're talking about two superpowers, especially the U.S. and Russia, but NATO included, that have the capability to wipe the other country out or the other nation out. And they're like, look, I will push this button. And the other one's like, yeah, I'll push it too, nigga. What you talking about? Like you got the button like I don't have it? I got it too. What you got, I got too, nigga. That's what's going on right now. But on the Edomite level, right? So this is Reuters. Brussels. It says NATO is launching its largest exercise since the Cold War, rehearsing how U.S. troops could reinforce European allies in countries bordering Russia and on the alliance's eastern flank if a conflict were to flare up with a near-peer adversary. Okay, so they're admitting that Russia is a near-peer adversary. Okay, they don't look at Russia as the weaklings anymore. It says some 90,000 troops are due to join the Steadfast Defender 2024 drills. That's the name of it, the Steadfast Defender 2024 drills that will run through May. The alliance's top commander, Chris Cavalli, said on Thursday. It says more than 50 ships, from aircraft carriers to destroyers, will take part, as well as more than 80 fighter jets, helicopters, and drones, and at least, says 1,100 combat vehicles, including 133 tanks, 533 infantry fighting vehicles, NATO said. So you had this, I think it was an admiral, top admiral of NATO, was basically saying, we don't want to go to war with Russia. We will respond if there's a threat. And I'm roughly paraphrasing. And everyone by now knows that it's pretty much the West. It's pretty much NATO that is the aggressor. And all this time they've been trying to bait Russia into war. Now, I've heard many different, I'm going to say this right quick. I've heard many different talking heads. I've heard some, alternative media people speculate that Russia isn't really capable of handling the U.S. and NATO. I've heard all types of rumors, all different types of things. I'm going to tell you from my personal opinion, and I thought on it, and lining up with prophecy, me personally, I believe that Russia is capable of doing what they say they will do. They say they have this Satan 2 hypersonic missile that could hit the East Coast. I think they said in 30 to 45 minutes or so. Somewhere less than an hour. I believe it. My personal opinion. But this is a major exercise that these people that NATO is running. Okay, this ain't no joke. This right here is not a joke. Even if everything else, let's say everything else is theater, right? Let's say everything else is just BS. This is a major move right here. This may be the biggest move thus far in this situation with Russia. Okay, I'm looking at this from militarily. I'm looking at this like, no, this right here is, we're going to the next level. Damn the whole Ukraine-Russia thing. They're ready to go to the next level with this. Okay? And also simultaneously, you have the mark coming out. The World Economic Forum is openly telling you that they're going to transform mankind. The Internet of Bodies, I keep bringing it up. I told y'all in 2016, Trump told you he's gonna track and trace everyone coming across the border. What do you think all of this is? It's all coming together all at once. All at once, man. This is not a joke. This is really going down, man. We don't know. I don't know when, but it's really going down. And now's the time to buckle down. I want to get Jeremiah 51:1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind." Okay, a destroying wind. That's your nuclear destruction right there. Those nuclear missiles. The Lord is doing this, man. He's manipulating this situation. Like I said, these two have been going back and forth. I'll push the button. No, you ain't gonna push the button. I got the button. What are you talking about? You ain't got it. Oh, really? It's like two niggas in the street. I got it on me. Yeah, I got it on me too, nigga. What's up? That's what's happening right now. And if you ever seen that situation before, you know that when two niggas are going at it like that, and you know you testing my gangster or whatever they call it, right? You testing my manhood, like I won't do it. A nigga loses his mind. Well, these niggas are Edomites, you know, with nuclear capability. The capability to launch a nuclear missile. That's what you're seeing right now. And they're tired of talking. The U.S. has been trying to get a war started with Russia for a long time. There's old video clips of this guy John McCain and Lindsey Graham. This is like going back to, damn, I want to say 2000. Man, it might be 2008, 2011 at the latest, where they were telling Ukraine way back then, look, we'll back you in the war. We'll back you in the war against Russia. But they don't know why they're doing it. They're looking at it like, look, we're going to collapse Russia so that we can have a full-scale New World Order, because Russia can't stand with a New World Order. Not somebody like Putin in there, because Putin is going to go against that shit. He's like, look, you're not going to dictate to my people. I dictate to my people. I'm the head nigga in charge over here. That's Putin's attitude. If there's going to be a dictator over here, it's going to be me. It ain't going to be no goddamn whoever, you know. Yeah, it ain't going to be you, NATO, in the New World Order. No. That's Putin's attitude. Okay? And you have to look at it like that to understand. Because people will say, well, Russia's a part of the globalists, or he's a part of the occult or the Illuminati or whatever. Woo woo. He's another guy that's up there. Okay, cool. But you also have to understand that there's this thing called infighting. Even amongst mobsters, there's infighting. You see it all the time. You've seen these movies and these documentaries. These mob families, they'll sit down at the table, they'll eat food with each other. They'll discuss business. One guy doesn't like the business plan. And what do? They get him clipped. He says, nah, I don't like this idea, you know. You cutting my piece of the pie, you cutting my money. And they shake hands, act like everything all good. Next thing you know, he's dead. Or his car gets blown up. So there's always infighting, even amongst the ruling class or the elites or the Illuminati or whatever you want to call them. There's always infighting. And basically Putin is telling them to go F themselves. You don't dictate to my country. This is my shit. I'm trying to put it in a way so you can understand what I'm saying. It's not that he wasn't ever down with it. It's that he's in a position of power now. He has hypersonic nuclear missiles, hypersonic missiles, right? That are just as capable of effing up the United States as what the United States have to F up Russia. My guns are just as big as yours, nigga. That's what he's saying. Don't believe me, try me. That's what he's saying. Okay? Hope that's understood. Jeremiah 51:1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. That destroying wind, that's talking about America. Okay? The destroying wind is going to happen here in the United States of America. That's why we're praying for deliverance. Okay? It says, against him that bondeth, let the archer bend his bow. Okay, and right now, Russia, Iran, probably North Korea, y'all bending their bow. Okay, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine. I believe that means his army, if I'm not mistaken, because you have like a brigade, you have the brigadier general, you know. And spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host. Okay, so the Lord is going to put it in their spirit to get down on Babylon, man. To really wreak shop, to wreak havoc, man. And I'm going to get that last part. It says, spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. This is what the Lord thinks about Babylon, man. And you got to think to yourself, you're in Babylon. Shouldn't you be praying for deliverance? If you were smart, you would be. Especially if you know this truth, you damn right. You better be praying for deliverance, man. Jeremiah 50:9, it says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. Who's the her? The USA, man, the United States of America. Okay, from thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert men. None shall return in vain. So when they launch those nuclear missiles, they're not gonna come out and hit and miss their targets. They're gonna hit what it's aiming at. Putin did a video back in, I believe it was 2018, where he was showing the places in the United States that he could hit. And one of those places was Florida, because you know Trump is down there in Mar-a-Lago. But he was showing how he could just take it out. And he was saying that he has these missiles that can evade and penetrate U.S. defense. Okay, the U.S. defenses, right? So the U.S. is like calling this bluff. And like I said, it's like two niggas saying, look, you think I ain't got it on me? Just because I ain't showing it to you don't mean I got it on me. Right? Like I got it tucked, nigga. I got it on me. And then U.S. is like, nah, we're going to push further. And Putin's like, oh, okay, word. Okay, got you. Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth. Speaking of winds, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So the Lord held back the destruction because it's for an appointed time, right? The vision is for an appointed time. It will not tear, right? But the Lord held it back for what? It says, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power, Yahweh, in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Then it goes on to list the tribes. Okay? We want to be in that number. You want to be in that number, man. Matter of fact, you brothers already know where I'm going. You already know where I'm going. I'm gonna get it. Ezekiel 9:4 says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And you want to be a part of that. Trust me. You don't want to be making league or making a pact, making a covenant with Babylon in this day. You want to be a part of that number that is sighing and crying, okay, for the abominations that are taking place in Babylon. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The Spirit brought it back to me. If you're not vexed, if you're not irritated, okay, by the filthiness that you see in this wicked place called the United States of America, you're not a man of the Lord. I don't give a damn what you say. If you tell me that you go a whole month and you're never vexed and you just feel good every damn day, and you don't have days where you just like, yo, I can't stand this goddamn place. If you ain't in that spirit, something's wrong with you. The Lord is not dealing with you, man. There's no way. There's no way. It said that they will wear out the patience. They will wear out the saints. Excuse me. It said they will wear out the saints. Okay? They will look to wear out the saints. There's no way in hell you're walking around all happy and shit. Just the fact that you can't send your children to school without worrying about whether some alphabet group is going to visit your school, your child's school, and to teach them that lifestyle. That alone should vex you. That alone should irritate you. To know that your child's teacher might be alphabet or some weirdo. They don't even have to be alphabet anymore. They could be something else. Some weirdo. Some pervert. Or even a damn child trafficker, because we're living in those times where you got that type of stuff going on. Just that alone. You can't send your children out to play the way you used to back in the day. I used to roam the streets when I was a kid. I used to hop on my damn big wheel, man. I raise havoc, raise hell on the damn street. Couldn't tell me nothing. You can't really do that with these kids now, man. These people all bugged out on drugs. I had a nigga at my job today walk in the damn building talk about how do I apply for a pilot's license. Nigga was high as hell. Walking around talking to himself. This is the way we live now. This is the world we live in now. And that ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing compared to the shit that I see. I'm just giving a little small example. Okay? This place has to be destroyed. It's the only way to cleanse this place. With nuclear fire. Fire has to, what they say fire is I've heard them say, fire is a cleansing agent. Right? Right? But it says, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. This is the Lord saying. This is the word of the Lord. This is how the Lord get down. The Lord said he create good and evil. Right? This is how the Lord get down. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So when the Lord let them angels get down, them angels of death get down, they're not going to have no pity on you, your loved ones. If you don't have that righteous mark, you're marked for death. And the Lord won't have no pity. Those angels won't have no pity. They're going to do what they're set out to do. The orders that the Lord give these angels to do, they're going to carry it out. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. Okay, so all the shit talking from these females, that's going to end real quick. Oh, real quick. They're going to go back to their nature. All that pompous, high, mighty, better than you, that shit going out the window. Hell, even before the nuclear destruction, just Jacob's trouble alone going to make these women humble themselves. And these men, man, you might as well get these men tampons, man. Because these niggas is already effeminate anyway. And they not even going through nothing yet. Nothing major, at least. When Jacob's trouble come, these dudes, man, they're gonna be pissing sitting down, man. They're gonna be having periods and all that. Now I'm being, being sarcastic, but these niggas really do be acting like that. I be like I'm and knowing Esau would I shouldn't. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Look, knowing Esau with his, because he really trying to, change the human body and the bio. Anyway, I'm dead. These niggas really do be acting like they on. They be acting like they on their monthly, man. And be wondering, like, nigga, the hell is wrong with you? My woman, nah, I'm not even. My woman is soft and real. She's just like real sweet, and she's very feminine. She's not like typical woman of today. Like I have to really be when I talk to her. I'm all like you wouldn't even recognize me when I talk to her. I have to like I'm real gentle, whereas like holding a flower. Cause any little thing make her cry. She's real soft and she's tender. So I'm laughing because I'm like, yo, man, I want to say something so bad. Anyway. These niggas, man, they go, these, man, damn. Okay, anyway, slay utterly, let me stop. slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Damn, they're going to begin at the ancient men. They're going to get the old, the young, I mean, they're just going to get everything. Every person that the Lord gave the green light to for those death angels to visit, they're going to carry out that mission. You know? And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. Like I said, they're going to carry out that mission. You want that righteous mark, man. Now's the time to be sighing and crying. Now it's not the time to be taking up the goddamn pact with Esau. Make America great again. No, to hell with America. The hell with Babylon. And the hell with these people too. All you people, let me chill. But all you goddamn you people, I hate you with a perfect hatred. I hate you because you hate me. You know why you hate me? Because I fear and trust in the Most High Power, Yahawashi Yahawashi. So we cannot be, what does it say? How can you walk together except they be agreed, right? And two walk together except they be agreed, right? Birds of a feather flock together. So yeah, I might, I'm nice to people. Like it says, if it be at all possible, follow peace with all men. And yeah, I try to follow peace with all men. But at the same time, I know that these people, they hate me, and they hate me and people like me that trust and fear in the Lord, because their trust is in his government. Ultimately, their trust is in Satan, and they're going to get the reward of Satan. That's what they're going to get. Okay? Trust in the Lord, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Now is the time. Habakkuk, 2nd chapter, 1st verse. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Shalom. All praises are definitely due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth. It's your brother Yashamar Zakar from the Israelite Times Report, IsraeliteTimes.com. Upon my watch. There's a lot going on in the world right now. Wars and rumors of wars. And we are watchmen. I started it off that way because right now, in this very moment, if you're not watching, you're going to get caught lacking and you're going to get destroyed. There's so much going on right now in this world. And I woke up this morning and I saw a clip of Donald Trump. And another brother already jumped on it. He already did a lesson or a video on it. And I'm late with it. it just shows you, you gotta keep, working, man. But this word is going forth. Shalom to that brother. But um, Trump vows to never allow the creation of the central bank digital currency. This is what Trump says. If he becomes president, he vows to block the central bank digital currency. And I had a lot here for this show in particular because there's so much going on. You got the situation in Iran. You got NATO and the deployment of 90,000 troops, I believe, into Poland for wartime exercises. There's so much going on. But when I saw this, I said, I have to talk about this. And the reason being is because what I've been saying for a long time now, Trump is that guy, right? Trump is that guy. But he is vowing to block the creation of the central bank digital currency. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this clip, Lord willing, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to go into this. I'm going to let you hear it for yourself what the man, Trumpy, had to say about the central bank digital currency, also known as the CBDC.
Tonight, I'm also making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. You know about that? Ooh. I didn't know you know so much. I'm well, New Hampshire, very smart people. Very current. You know what they're doing. Such a currency would give a federal government, our federal government, the absolute control over your money. They could take your money, you wouldn't even know it was gone. This would be a dangerous threat to freedom, and I will stop it from coming.
Now, as you heard in the clip, Trump not only vows to block it, or he said he won't allow it. It was a short clip, but he said he won't allow it. But he talked about the dangers of it, which he's right. And he talked about how they could just wipe your money away. How these authoritarians can just take your money, which that's all true. And that's the point of controlled opposition. Trump is a Luciferian. Okay? A witch, if you will, or warlock. And I'm not going to get too deep into that. Lord willing, I'll do a full lesson on that. I could tell you where to start. You can go watch the movie Donnie Darko, because that was all about Trump. But anyway, getting into the biblical side of it, because it all ties in anyway. What this guy Trump is set up to do is play the role of the hero and the villain, right? At the same time. That's going into the whole Gemini thing, right? Because he's a Gemini. So he's vowing to block the CBDC. This guy, not only is he not going to block the CBDC, what I predict is that he's going to more than likely come up with a different version of it. So what I can see him doing is I can see him saying, "Oh, the CBDC was made up by the globalists, or what he likes to call them, the deep state. So I'm gonna counter them. I'm gonna counter them with a different version of it because the CBDC is going to lead to the mark of the beast. This digital currency that was with the whole Bitcoin. People need to go look up and see who created Bitcoin. Okay, these digital currencies. Go look and see who's behind them and what's the point of it. The Internet of Bodies, right? The Internet of Things. People need to do research into this. And I'm sorry this isn't a fiery lesson at the moment. But I just want to put this out there that what I see Trump doing, see now it's becoming clearer, right? What the role he's going to play. He's going to come in and say, look, this CBDC is dangerous. And the people are going to cheer. Oh, I'm going to block it. And the people are going to cheer. And they're looking at Trump like he's a savior. These right-wing Christian Republicans are looking at this guy like he's their savior. They literally worship him. Like he's going to get in there and block prophecy. See, the CBDC, to a certain extent, you could say that it's a part of prophecy because it's a part of the beast system. It's a part of it. It leads to the mark of the beast, which is the chip. So when he gets in office, and the brother that did the video, he brought this out too. He said that first of all, they could, even if he was to really be sincere and try to block the CBDC, they can just get rid of his ass. You know, they could take him out. They could snipe him, get rid of him. Okay. I believe the term he used was JFK his ass, right? That's number one. But I'm of the belief that not only is he not going to block it, but I believe he's going to come with a different version of it, and that will get the Christian patriot right to accept some sort of digital currency that replaces the dollar. You understand what I'm saying? Because if it was Joe Biden bringing it in, then of course, because Biden is hated by everyone at this point. But Trump doing it, Trump coming in as the good guy / villain, right? But mainly right now the good guy because they made him look like he's being persecuted. That's the script that that's the theater. Okay. All these fake indictments and it's all theater. So he's going to come in and say, I blocked the CBDC. I stopped them from setting up this authoritarian cashless society. But then what he's going to do, I believe he's going to flip and say, look, I have a better digital currency system that we can set up. And he's going to give you the lie that this won't be, they won't be able to just take your money out of your account. And, he's going to come up with some lie. Basically, he's coming up against the Most High and saying that prophecy won't be fulfilled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get into Revelation 13 and 11 says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. The two horns representing this two-party system, right? Democrats and Republicans, all right, which are both controlled by the ultra elite. Okay, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, which you can say that's the Roman Empire, right? Because America is nothing but the Roman Empire all over again. That's why you see, and you live in the D.C. area, especially. All you see is it's all these buildings are built in such a way it looks like the damn Roman Empire. It looks like ancient Rome. Okay, they based their system off of the Roman Empire. I believe it was somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but the Roman Empire had the two-party system. They had, I believe it was the plebeians, and the other one was called the patricians. It was the plebeians and the patricians, I believe. Right? If I got it wrong, you can correct me. Okay, but that was your Democrats and your Republicans in that day. Okay, so America did nothing but come back with that again. Also, in Rome you had the Senate, you had governors. Okay, he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. All America is nothing but a more advanced technically advanced version of the Roman Empire with better weapons. And Rome went around conquering. Julius Caesar was famous. That's what he did. He went around conquering. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. You see? That's what's happening right now. These people are worshiping the image of this system. It says whose deadly wound was healed, right? Because it's supposedly collapsed or was done away with, but it came back even more powerful as the American Empire or the United States of American Empire. Okay, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth and in the sight of man. And you look at America's war machine. The whole world trembles. If America tells a nation, you better do this or you better do that, they get scared, they get nervous because of mainly their air power. I was taught that in the Air Force. When I was in the Air Force, they told me straight up. They said in Vietnam they learned a lesson to they said they learned that in order to what's the word I'm trying to they learned that ground warfare isn't beneficiary for them. So they what they did was they made sure that they put their money into their air power, their Air Force. Because it's the threat of the air, of what they can do in the air, that scares these other nations. Right? Hand-to-hand combat wasn't going to cut it because they were getting their asses handed to them in Vietnam. So they learned that, look, we can just, if we have better aircraft, your stealth bombers and all of that, and ancient technology now at this point. But I'm just using that as an example. That's how they could conquer these nations better, easier, okay, without all the blood. But anyway, it says he doeth great wonders so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth. Okay, when they show these images of the United States dropping a bomb on these other nations or these other countries, that scares the shit out of their enemies. And he doeth great wonders so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. And again, that image is basically the system. You can say the New World Order. Okay, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that's where we are today. The CBDC, or you can say the digital currency system that's in place, whether they call it the CBDC or Trump comes in with a different version and names it something else, is going to lead to Revelation 13 and 16. Period. And no, Trump is not going to stop prophecy. He's not going to upset prophecy. Matter of fact, let me get Isaiah 34:16. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. Period. Okay? So no, Trump is not going to be your Edomite savior that's going to come in and disrupt prophecy and things go back to normal. No. Okay? The heart of the kings are in the hand of the Lord. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. The Lord will put the spirit on him to make him do it anyway. Okay? You need to know what time we're in. All right? You need to know. And you need to understand as well that you aren't going to have no damn savior here on this earth. If you're an Israelite, you better learn the names of Yahweh and Yahawashi. You better learn it real fast. And pray for deliverance. Because things are going to heat up. And we are in a election year. And they are really ramping up right now with a lot of this rhetoric talk and talking about upheaval and overthrowing the government and all of this stuff and civil wars. And being in D.C., I see protests every single week. Every single week. People are pissed off. People are mad. People are on edge. I can feel the tension in the air in this building. Okay? And this place is going to go down. And your only deliverance is going to be through Yahawashi.